Yo, what up? It's me. It's look who it is. Alright, I sound fine, right? I sound fine. This is an audio check 1, 2. Okay, I sound fine. A little quiet, but that's always, so who gives a shit? Anyways, hello, hello. It is the FC Static Chronicles tonight, okay? I'm just gonna put it on quick play. It's gonna give me Ico, and then we are just gonna, like, bing and or chilling, okay? Now, this video does come with a disclaimer. If you are a Square Enix employee, you're not allowed to watch this video or this live stream. You need to turn it off right now. If you are a, or alternatively, I should say, if you are a Square Enix employee and you want to watch the video anyways, every time I say somebody's name, just think of, like, an evil alternate version that's like an imposter sus that needs to be vented, okay? Oh, it's gonna be one of these days, isn't it? Ill-fated Kathako Tarasu, but it's her. She is here. We are here. So basically, let me tell you about how a bannable, a program that if you get caught with it, you get banned, may or may not have made my static life for the free company a lot easier. So obviously I will not say who is using this mysterious thingamabob that will remain unnamed. It is redacted in the records. It is used a black marker to mark it out. You do not have the security clearance to know what this thing is, okay? So this is admitting to illegal crimes on stream. He's the dumbest motherfucker in Shiikawa, and watch him stumble his way through the streets. Alright, so it's seconds, it's strength, it's charisma, it's knowledge. So for those, and it's Takashi, so everything but dexterity. For those of you who don't know, in MMOs, there are these things called redacteds. I can't actually say what they are, because there's somebody holding a gun to my head, and by to my head, I mean to my computer. And if I say anything wrong, they'll pull the trigger and then delete my Square Enix account, which would be very sad. I don't know how those two things are correlated, but they're both very threatening, both physical and mentally. But basically, there are these things which are essentially external programs or thingamabobs, like Discord. Think Discord, because that falls into the definition for some reason, not to start like a fucking war. I don't think any of you actually play Final Fantasy XIV here, so me saying Discord is a third-party add-on or tool should probably not invoke the fury and rage that I am most definitely expecting. So anyways, there are these things, and you can use them, and they're very useful, and they're very handy, and if you download sus ones, you can basically invalidate pretty much playing the entire game. You never have... I'm gonna reroll. It's bad. Oh. I mean... I don't really want to say no to either of these. I wish it was only one of them. How could I choose? I think because we're full health, we can take adrenaline. That's fine. I need to put a point into knowledge, so let's do that now. So, they're very useful, and depending on how you use them, they can potentially be cheating. We do not use... I mean, I would never, obviously, and I don't, genuinely. But... you know, we'd never do that, obviously. Yoshi P, click off the video right now, thank you. So, like, I would obviously never. And nobody in my static would ever, either, obviously, never. Ooh, 2 Morikos in a row, that's a good omen. That's like seeing a triple Galumba stack, shoutouts to Simple Flips. However, there's one of them that is potentially very toxic. You see, in Savage Raids, there's this thing called an Enrage. And the thing about an Enrage is that it basically puts you on a timer. From the moment you start the encounter, you have about 10 minutes to kill the boss. And everybody is expected to do a decent amount of damage so that, you know, you can basically all just contribute to killing the boss. Now, healers and tanks have to contribute less damage because they're supports and they have... more specific roles. Tanks need to tank damage and position the boss properly, and you know, so healers need to, it's in the name, you can probably guess. I don't mean to be rude, but you can probably infer, read in between the lines what a healer does, in a game where you can take damage and get hurt. The unnecessary sass aside, I apologize. Essentially, it's mostly on the DPS, but supports still need to pull their own weight. They just need to, their damage just is less automatically because of how tightly the game's balancing is controlled. Essentially, if you have a job, that job is going to do a certain amount of damage in this sort of window. And if you want to break out of that window, you need to be an exceptional player in one of two ways. You either need to be the worst, to where you are somehow dealing less damage than you're supposed to be. Because, like, I really can't specify enough how tightly the jobs are balanced in this game. You really do get into a situation where if you are playing, like, let's say Bard and Machinist, this is definitely not relevant to the rest of the story at all. That was, you know, sarcasm. The thing is, a Bard is a current patch, is always going to do less damage than a Machinist. So, like, if you had a Bard that was playing at a good level and a Machinist that was playing at an average level, the Machinist would do more damage. They both take the same role, and they're both pretty similar. You know, this is actually going to be kind of funny, but this is going to be pretty wacky even. A little humorous. I mean, this is actually like a net loss of 1, because we would have been at 8 and then -2, so we go down to 6, but this is a 7. I'll actually take that. Unironically, I'm taking that. But so basically, like, in order for a Bard to do more damage than a Machinist, the Bard would have to be exceptionally good, or the Machinist would have to be exceptionally bad. And so that's just sort of like, that is set up for where I'm going with this. And it's very rigid, right? And you might be like, okay, well, if Machinist does more damage, and there's an Enrage, what's the point of bringing a Bard? The point of bringing a Bard is that Bard has raid buffs and bonuses for the rest of the team. So what the Bard doesn't do in damage, they make up for by making everyone else do damage, and they are comparable in the grand scheme of things to a Machinist. We're not going to talk about Dancer, because Dancer's kind of fucked up. But essentially, we're gonna fucking die. Hold on. We're gonna fucking die. Yeah, sure. This is just power leveling Miku, obviously. And then with that +1 knowledge, we can now call the police. That's fine, because I realized we were instantly gonna fail it because we're on ill-fated. So if you are average, you're always going to fit into this sort of like exactly how the developers have intended you to fit in. And this means that everything is incredibly tightly balanced, and in order to get out of that, in order to break out of that, oh my god, we're gonna fucking die, that's crazy. In order to break out of that, you have to essentially be, again, exceptional. And so if everybody is pulling their own weight, you will clear, like, the Enrage doesn't exist. If everybody is pulling their own weight, which is not hard, and it's not even average. Average is a 50 when we're referring to funny numbers. You can get a single-digit number, which is really bad, or you can get a double-digit number, which is also really bad, and still be a good Savage Raider, because you're comfortably clearing, because everybody else is also putting up those gray parses, which are bad. And, like, if your whole team gets a 10, like, your whole team gets a 10 parse, that's dog shit damage, but you're still clearing comfortably, because that's how the game is designed, right? The game is designed to specifically allow you to clear by just sort of doing your rotation, right? The game does not require a lot of you. And so this is why, in the past, I have advocated that something like a damage meter is not necessary, because you just have to do your opener, end rotation, and use potions and raid food, which is bare minimum, everybody expects you to do that, and then also not die. So if you can do your rotation and opener, or your opener and your rotation, at an basic entry level, and everyone else in your static can also do that, then you will clear easily, right? Like, that's not a joke, that's not an over-exaggeration. The game does not require that much out of you in order to clear. It just basically requires you to try, and if you try, then you will succeed. And so we got into a situation where one of our members was essentially, how do I put this? And this is a grander story, so listen to the end, because it's gonna seem bad. And it's also, it was one of the contributing factors to why I just didn't do a World of Horror episode on that day, because I was just fucking emotionally checked out. I was done. But basically, we had a member who I'm experienced enough at the game to know without a damage meter when somebody's doing poorly. Like, I can just look at you. I can just see what abilities you're casting. I can just see how your character's moving. I've played enough of the game to know this, right? And so I always knew that he was, like, behind everybody else. And I was a little bit worried because I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm a little bit worried. And I knew that I had to, like, talk to him. But what I didn't know is how bad it was. And so we ended up going into Party Finder and getting a Party Finder clear, okay? And we got carried basically by the DPS that we got from Party Finder, who were parsing and like above average, so they were doing like insane levels of damage that are completely unrealistic. And kind of unobtainable for our current skill level. I'm learning I can purple parse on a white mage, okay? If I really wanted to sit down and learn it, I could purple parse as a fucking white mage. I did that in Asphodelos. I got above average parses on Abyssos, and it's just for Anabasios so far. I've been happy with my greens. Because there's no reason to go higher than a green. If everybody is green parsing, you're never seeing Enrage. You're incredibly comfortable. But we got a Party Finder clear, and one of those guys in the Party Finder uploaded the logs. And I got to see them, and again, this is beating my boy's ass, and we love him, okay? We absolutely love him. I don't want that to get taken out of context at all. We absolutely love this guy. He's really fun to hang out with. He's really fun to raid with. We love him. But I look at the logs, and I see his machinist parse, and it is... this is not a joke. This is not lying. It was statistically, for the machinist parses that were on the website at that time, it was the worst machinist parse in the world. It was literally the worst one. It was the worst machinist parse in the world. And so I had to talk to him. And I was talking to him, and I'm like, bro, like, because in my mind, I thought that he had given up, or he didn't want to do Savage anymore, and so it just wasn't trying. And so after a heavy conversation, he basically, like, went on his fucking anime training arc, and I helped him out with it when I could, but, like, bro stayed up till, like, 7 in the morning, 2 nights in a row, just, like, going fucking incredibly ham, right? Like, he just, like, I called him out, and he was like, and I took that personally, and so, you know, I fucking am just kind of hanging out, and I see a ping in the Discord, or in my Discord, and I look at it, and I see this ping, and I click on the link, and bro is, like, massively improved overnight, so it's a massive weight off my shoulders, because everybody likes him, you know, like literally everybody likes him. And so the idea that he would stop Savage raiding, that's not something that any of us liked. And I didn't like it either, but, I mean, I did have to kind of, like, put him in timeout. Because, I mean, like, you know, it was statistically the worst in the world. Which, I'm kind of shocked. But no, bro is, like, massively fucking improved. I'm super proud of him. Because, like I said, everybody loved him. Everybody wanted him to stay. And he did stay. He raided with us today. And I'm so proud of him. Because, like, I saw his... and again, this is part where if you're a Square Enix employee, you just these are all evil doppelgangers who our real world counterparts would never be involved in any of this stuff at all. So again, evil, sus doppelgangers. They're the imposter. They shapeshifted into us when we weren't looking. There's 8 of them. Don't worry about it. We'll vent them. They vented. We'll push them out into the void of space. They will be voted off the island. Okay. But I saw evil friends parse, and I mean, bro has come such a long way in just 2 days. It's beautiful. Like, he was going like 4.6, I think it was like 4.6, 4.5 for millions, which is tank damage, by the way. DPS are supposed to do 5 to 7, and now he's doing 5.5. And the thing is, if he had gear, that would have been a 6. That would have been a 6 million. If he had gear, that would have been a 6 million. And that's beautiful. And I'm so proud of bro. I'm so proud of him. Like, because I like, when I saw that machinist, like the original clear, like I was like, okay, he doesn't care. Like, we gotta come to some sort of agreement where he doesn't feel left out, but also like, that's not okay. Because you have to think about it like this. Like, it's not just me and him, you know? It's not just me hanging out with bro. It's like, it's me, and then also 6 other people who are trying to clear the fight. And that's not respectful to them. And bro agreed, he did. And he fucking threw himself into the mines. And it's like, he showed dedication that I had never seen in him up until that point. Like, damn. And I'm like, I'm so proud of him. That made me so happy. So, like, the last couple of days have been horrible, because I had to contemplate, like, kicking somebody out of the static that I really, really liked. And then, like, he was like, and he went hard. Like, again, like, he stayed up till fucking 7 in the morning, 2 nights in a row. And he proved it to me. Like, he absolutely fucking proved it to me that he could do it. And that's just beautiful. Like, I'm so happy. Because, like, I was trying to set it up accurately earlier, but I probably didn't, I probably didn't have the payoff as much as it should have been. But in, like, in a game that's so tightly balanced, it's very difficult to fall out, or it's difficult to fall out of that, you know? It is. You have to actively try. Oh, that is not something that I always think that one's like the trip on the branch one, but that's always the wrong one. But yeah, no, I'm really happy. I'm really happy. It made my fucking day. And so yeah, we're just so back. We didn't clear tonight, but that's fine. And this is the thing that's so crazy to me. And again, Square Enix employees, be gone. Get the fuck out of here, Square Enix employees. You're not allowed to listen to this. Yoshi P, I love you. Well, actually, that might be a little bit far. But I just stop listening to this part, Square Enix employees. I do not want to get banned. Again, evil sus imposters. Every person that I mention here is an evil sus imposter. We would never break the rules. But the thing is, having a damage meter now is just so nice, because first of all, I have the peace of mind that we're all doing it properly. Like, we're all doing enough that we can clear, right? Like, that's so fucking nice. Like, just being able to see that. And also, because the static isn't toxic, like, having that fucking moment where, like, somebody fucks up, and then you can look into the log and then see, okay, this is how you fucked up, this is where you dropped your rotation, whatever. The fact that we can just do that, and everybody's, like, fucking chill, it's like, oh my god, it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. Yeah, we're gonna block. Yeah. Oh, it's 55% Doom, by the way. It's kind of sketchy. I think we're gonna lose. Miku, we might have to kill this guy. She would not reply with damn. Or maybe she would, and then she would smile. That's a Miku moment, yeah. There's no reason to use this. There's no dexterity check, ever. It's just detrimental. Get it out of my inventory. It's garbage. Now, this actually does help, though. 50, look, we're not on fucking Knight Errant. This is, ill-fated. It's hard. This is crazy. But yeah, no, I'm proud of my guy. He's doing his best. And his best is actually paying off. Like, I was super impressed. I told him that I was proud of him like 6 times earlier tonight. Now, here's the thing, though. The Chronicles don't end here, because that was just challenge number 1. Challenge number 2, I've talked about it before. I was talking about it earlier. Is that Gwendolyn, Josephine Hazard, had to stop raiding because... Oh my god, we got so unlucky with this fucking floor. Holy shit. But she had to stop raiding for health reasons, for personal reasons. She's completely fine. She's completely fine. It was just like something in her life came up that is health related, that is completely manageable. I think she's completely fine. But it was just sort of like, what was I gonna say? She's completely fine. I don't think there's any cause for concern or alarm. But she needed to stop savage raiding because that was like a little extra, if that makes sense. Like it was like, it was the straw that broke the camel's back, you know? That's the best way that I can put it. And so, why do we have 6? Oh yeah, because we're not at 80% to him yet. That's why. Do I want to level up charisma twice? Not really. I don't really. But what if I put another point in knowledge though? That's kind of based, right? Right? Yeah, sure. Make our combat even better. Hey, listen, you added that last bit, not me. But, also, I don't think he's in school. I think he's a little too old for that. But, is that I've been trying to fucking fill the position of Josephine in the static. And that is a fucking nightmare. Because here's the thing. I personally do not know many people who play Magic DPS. At all. I know a couple of red mages, and like 1 or 2 black mages, right? Like, I don't know that many. Like, I know like a few red mages, I know a few people who play red mage, and I know like 2 black mages, and that's it. And one of them is the black mage that's in my main static. So I only know 1 black mage, outside of my static. And so, it turns out that finding somebody who plays Magic DPS is fucking hard. And also, we're in the middle to the late point of the fucking tier. So everybody who has a static still, so most people are in statics, the other people are in Party Finder, and then everybody else, you know what they're doing? They're fucking drifting in between statics, because statics keep fucking exploding, because it's the middle of the tier, so everybody's statics fucking dying. And so it's like, you have all these fucking people running around here, and I am just sus of all of them. I'm sus of all these motherfuck dexterity and perception. I do not give a shit. I do not give a shit. There's no dex check. Perception check isn't real. I do not care. But, like, I am sus of all these motherfuckers. They just... Like, I have had 2 people... A summoner and a... Oh my god. I've had a summoner and a... Yeah, we'll do that. That's good. Because we fail it, we get +1 reason, and then we fail it, we get +1 reason because of the thingy. But, like, I've had all these... I've had 2 motherfuckers come in, and they're fine people. They're absolutely fine people, okay? I don't want that to come across as, like, I hate them. But, like, they're fine people. I mean, obviously, I've only talked to them, like, once each. But I'm sure they're both perfectly pleasant people. I have nothing against either of them. But the thing is, like, you have these motherfuckers who apply for a beginner static. Everyone is new to Savage except 2 people. So there's 5 people who are brand new, basically. And... you have these motherfuckers send in their logs in the private messages or over Discord, and they fucking purple parse. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing here? Like, what is your problem? Like, you might think, why are you getting mad at somebody for purple parsing? That's like, that means they're really fucking good. But, like, what am I supposed to think? Like, you motherfuckers are, like, really good at your job, and you have, like, this huge... fucking Savage history of, like, doing Asphodelos and then dropping out in Abyssos because Abyssos fucking sucked and was horrible. And then you come back for Anabasios because Anabasios is cool and based. And then it's like, why are you trying to join beginners? And some of them will literally just straight up tell you. There's actually a black mage who they withdrew their application and then they resubmitted it because they were like, okay, I want to clear, when we get to a fight, I want to clear it in 2 weeks. Insane. Unrealistic, insane, absolutely fucking crazy, right? No. But the thing is, this guy's, like, really hardcore. And he's like, I can't find any other groups, so I want to join your casual group. And it's like, I don't know. I'm speechless. Like, you're a fucking hardcore raider. The only reason you're applying, and the black mage literally admitted it, is the only reason he, like, applied, or, like, he withdrew his application and then he resubmitted it, is because he can't find anybody else. Because it's in the middle of the tier, so most people are already in established statics, and the people who aren't are in Party Finder hell, and then wanting statics, because P12S fucking sucks in Party Finder, which is true, at least from everything that I've heard. So these motherfuckers, like, I don't know what to, like, these people are like, I don't know what to do. Like, most of the people who have submitted applications are people who are way, way better than us, and, like, on a comparable level to me in Asphodelos when I was a white mage, when I was parsing, like, fucking 80s, right? Like, damn. And it's like, I get, like, the reason why I want to be in the static is because I get to learn a new job, and I get to help my FC members get into Savage. But you don't have that fucking motivation, man. You're a fucking purple parser in Asphodelos, and you said that you want to join a hardcore static, but you're settling for us. It's like, what the fuck do you want? What the fuck do you want me to... What do you want me to say? Like, I can't... And so, the only people that we've gotten, like, actually in is, like... There's, like, 2 people who are around our level. And one of them never responded to me saying, hey, can I ask you a few questions about your Savage experience? And then the other one is in another static, so it's like, fuck me. He didn't know. He didn't know. Because nobody like, no, who the fuck tells you, right? Like, I'm so glad, I'm so glad Machinist Bro, like, fucking went on the anime training arc. I'm so happy that he went on the anime training arc. I would not want to fucking get 2 new static members. And the thing is, like, let's say you finally get somebody and you recruit them. What if they're a dickhead? You gotta kick them and then you gotta get somebody new. Oh. I'm gonna be fucking crafting for 80 years tonight. I'm gonna have that fucking... I'm gonna be an Aether. I'm gonna have that fucking Party Finder up. I don't want this shit. Oh, no. No, absolutely not. Go fuck it. No, oh. Okay. I mean, still go fuck yourself, but for different reasons. But yeah, no, I'm just, like, I'm so over it. And I need to recruit somebody, because, like, I have a personal thing that I need to take care of near the end of the month, and I won't be around. Like, I'm gonna have to... Oh, God, I'm gonna have to fucking... Oh... Oh, I'm realizing how fucking fucked up all this shit is. Okay. All good, all good. So this would be enough. This would be enough, right? Yeah, obviously, because it's fucking 20. Oh. On Thursday, I'm gonna have to record, like, 80 fucking World of Horror episodes, man. Oh, God. That's gonna be fucked up. Because, like, I gotta pre-record, like, probably, like, 14 World of Horror episodes. Or else you're not getting World of Horror for 2 weeks. Oh, God. And I have to recruit... Okay, listen, here's what's gonna happen. And none of you can be upset about this, okay? I'm banning you from being upset about this. You're not allowed. The World of Horror recorded episodes for the backlog... Here's the thing. I am going to, in the background, have my Party Finder up for recruiting some motherfucker into the static. And I will have that shit up, and I will be paying attention to that in the future episodes, unless, like, this guy who is in 2 statics, but his first static's like super casual, so his first static's never gonna clear. I think it's like fucking like 1 hour or 2 hours a week. Like, no way, bro. Like, he's gonna try out for us on the 6th. Well, actually, I haven't asked him yet. Oh, fuck, I haven't asked him that yet. Hold on, I haven't asked him that yet. I thought I did, but I didn't. You can't get mad at this. I've already banned you from being upset. Where is he? You! Could you... no, would, not could. Would you be willing to do a trial raid run with us in P9S on Wednesday at our regular raid time? I will personally not be there, but the static would like to properly meet you and see you in instance. So that I can make a more permanent decision for this tier. Okay, that's done. I did say Wednesday, right? I did actually type Wednesday? Good, I did. Okay. Like I said, you're not allowed to get mad at that. That's something that has to be done. That's important. All my friends fucking playing Dead by Daylight. I just tabbed into the game. I see like 3 Steam messages pop up. Dead by Daylight, Dead by Daylight, Dead by Daylight. Yeah, you want to play Nicolas Cage, you fucking... You want to play the protagonist of, like, what was it? Wally's Wonderland? Ugh. Okay, we're back. We're so back. But yeah, no, yeah, no, if I have to keep, like... He's gonna get a trial raid on Wednesday, and if he can either commit to our static or his, like, static, whatever, I don't know, whatever ends up happening. Like, 'cause here's the thing, he's a nice guy. You know, I did, in a VC, tell my static that I'm, like, sus of everybody that's applied so far. No offense if you applied. I appreciate it greatly. And I'm willing to... Everybody who applied, I'm gonna give them, like, fucking a stack of... Like, not a stack, but I'm gonna give them, like, fucking 99 raid pots or something. As sort of like a, hey, we took your time, thank you for applying. So, like, I'm gonna be nice to everybody. Because I took their time, right? Like, they're not, like, signing... Well, they might be signing up for other statics, but that doesn't matter. I'm gonna give everybody, like, a little consultation, like, hey, here's the raid pots that you use for your job, thank you for applying, or whatever, you know, But the warrior who's, like, around our skill level, but maybe, like, a little bit behind, Are you holding me at fucking gunpoint? Ugh. The warrior is gonna get, like, a trial raid. I don't know if the purple parsing guy is, because I don't know if I fully... like, trust him to not, like, the problem with somebody hardcore joining a, like, semi-mid-core casual static is that that motherfucker has no incentive to stay, and they have no reason to, like, be in the static in the first place, right? Like, they need to have something tying them there, or, like, that sounds really weird, but I have to do what's best for my static, you know? And so they need some fucking consistency in their goddamn lives. They absolutely are. They're fiending for consistency. Yeah, I just took 5% Doom, what of it? And I'm gonna take more, too. Akamanto moment. Well, I'm hoping that an Akamanto moment would go hard, but it's sort of like an excuse to go grab the painkillers. But, like, if you have somebody who is... And I'm just speaking as frankly as possible, because I feel like it's important. Like, if you're not gonna be frank, then, you know, why be at all? Especially because something's just so important like that, you know? You can't afford to be, like, kind of wishy-washy on that. But yeah, no, everybody who applied, what is this? Excuse me? Huh? Switchblade. When did this get added? What the fuck is this? It is a much faster weapon, has a better hit chance than Steak Knife. Oh, but its perception into the fucking trash it goes. 60 speed's fucking crazy though, man. 75 hit? If perception wasn't dog shit, that would be usable. It's a shame that you're only ever gonna get this on one character. Is this random? The only way to obtain the Switchblade is to defeat the alternate version of Rioter while you have the Pickpocket perk. What the fuck? Huh? We don't even have Pickpocket. We don't even have Pickpocket. What is this? I've never seen this fucking thing in my life. If I passed this on the street, I wouldn't know a thing. What the fuck? Anyways. I'm gonna do... do I want to do this? No, fuck it. No, we're doing it. We're doing it. It makes sense. I think it makes sense anyways. What are we gonna do on Akamanto? I got no fucking idea. Oh, hey, look, we're dead. Cool. I think we're gonna lose pretty handily. Oh, it's the dickhead. That's 5 actions. Neat. Oh shit, we got a Final Fantasy XIV Andy in chat? Holy shit. This is like the first person who actually knows what the fuck I'm talking about. That's scary. But yeah, no, you gotta be a little bit, like, selective with a static. Because, like, I'm gonna be honest with you, my static's pretty fucking weird. And I love them. I love each and every one of them. But they do indeed need to have somebody who's chill. And I feel like if you're some, like, 80 parson, like, purple parson guy, and you say that you want to get into a hardcore static, but you're willing to stick by us, at least for now, it's like, I feel like you're gonna be window shopping. I feel like you're gonna, like, once you get parses in the current tier, you're gonna be jumping ship. And I feel like that's a perfectly reasonable, like, suspicion to have, and it's not really a risk that you want to take. Yeah, no, it's, recruiting for a static is fucking horrible. I would not, oh, we're dead! Oh, please only do 4 damage. That would be cool. Oh, goody. This is an injury, right? We can take that. Tiny cuts does nothing. Who cares? We're alive! Oh! Just the image of the guy breaking the chains. Holy shit. Holy shit, that's great. Okay, so... Oh, cool. We just do a little killing Akamanto in one round. Looking forward to the Tales from P12S. We're gonna get there soon, and by that I mean they're gonna get there soon. So I'm in 2 statics, my main static and my FC static. And my main static is on 11S right now. We're getting to the end of it. 11S is pretty easy. We've progged it very quickly. Once we figured out... We progged it blind, actually, for like our first 2 raid nights. Just for fun. And then once we got to Dark and Light, we were like, alright, let's look at a guide. And after we looked at the guide, we did Dark and Light on the first try. Technically 2 people died at the end, but... The party lived through Dark and Light, and we recovered, so I'll count that as a victory. I feel like my main static is gonna be completely fine in every regard. We've been a complete, like, solid unit since, P3S. And, I mean, everybody likes each other a lot, so... I think we're gonna be A-okay. Maybe I should have taken leadership. That would have been kind of funny. And by that, I mean it wouldn't. It doesn't matter. Well, actually, we could have taken charisma, but, you know, it doesn't really matter at all. Alright, let's see what we got going on here. Because I think we should be able to turn this into a win. But I can't wait for P12S, because, like, P12S is, like, I really love... Like, I am biased, because this is the tier that I started rating, and I feel like... not tier, sorry. This is the raid series that I started rating. I started back in Eric Tony, and then I've climbed my way all the way to fucking 11S. And the longest arc we were on, the fucking Haru arc, that was P4. That was P4S. We were on the Haru arc for that. But there's a playlist on the channel, Haru arc, if anybody watching hasn't seen it yet. It was pretty good. It was a punishment game. I had to play Haru until I cleared. We blind progged the whole tier. Oh, yo, that's crazy. I think that's what we're planning on doing for Dawn Trail, because people have been wanting to blind prog more and more. And so originally we would just blind prog for the first 30 minutes, and then we would go on break and look up a guide. And then now it's like we're progging the fight like halfway through blind, and then once we get to the hard mechanic, and people say they want to blind prog the next tier, which might be a little problematic, because I want to race. I want a week 0 race on the next tier. I want to go fucking hard. Yeah, no, I think, what do we got going on here? So, oh god, the second mystery, second enemy, oops, uh-oh. We're gonna kill this guy, we're gonna be fine here, we're gonna be fine there. So we're just taking -3? Yeah, we're just taking -3 sanity. That's completely okay. I gotta do some ballin', though. I gotta do some ballin'? No way. Okay, so the first mystery that we did was absolutely... Oh, fuck. I think it was, like, Household Hell, right? No. I feel like we did Botany first, right? No, I remember. We went to the seaside. So that had to be in the Household Hell. So, Botany? Uh-oh, I got it wrong. Well, let's just not get the next one wrong, and it'll be fine. You're dead. Like, I'm not even, like, you're dead. I'm not even, like, worried about this. Like, you're just... Takashi-san has been beaten to death. A man has fallen into the river, and by that I mean his body has been dumped in the river, in Lego City. In Lego City? Oops. Bleh. Ah, it didn't matter. Who cares? You don't think you can commit that many hours? I am going to try. I don't know if I'm going to be able to commit that many hours either, but I'm going to try. Because I think it'd be really fun. I think it'd be really fun to just go in, like, fucking week 0 and just try to, like, clear as fast as possible. I want to experience everything that Savage has to offer. Not from a player drama perspective or, like, a player highlight perspective, but, like, I want to do everything that Savage has to offer. From a gameplay perspective. So I want to be in the fucking pits. Like, I want to be in, like, alright, what strat are we using? I want to argue for that shit. I want to be in the doldrums. My sanity could take it, though. I'm a fucking QA guy. I can do the same shit over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. I don't know if you could... I don't know if you could maybe, like, infer from the title of the video that I'm okay with doing the same thing over and over and over again without any sort of, like, you know... This is mostly vanilla, too. Oh, yeah, I wonder if you can guess that I'm okay with repetition. But yeah, anyways, that's gonna be the stream. I need to eat food, because I haven't done that. Oh, he said yes? Alright. We've got a, potential new static member. Somebody who... like, I'm gonna be honest with you, and saying this in a public thing is stupid, but it's also just, like, I have to be honest. Is that, like, I'm kind of suspicious of this guy, but he was nice, right? Like, he was nice, he didn't say anything wrong, he didn't know that you could only be in one static, blah, 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 blah. So I'm willing to give him a chance, and I think that if the rest of the group likes him, like, if the group likes him and he performs like, fine. I think there's no reason why I can't accept him, for sure. As long as he doesn't join like a third static, that would be problematic. But yeah, no, I think yeah, I think I'll see how Wednesday goes, and then if he is a good fit, I'm free, chain breaking, and if he's not good fit, then I have to go back into the fucking mines, and that's gonna make me cry. Full release soon? That's in October, right? Like October 19th. But yeah. Was in Tokyo and saw a hipster store with a huge display of Garfield stuffed toys. On that day, Web didn't post a Daily World of Horror. I want to know where that fucking Garfield store is right now. I will be there no matter what. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. That's a serious thing. I want to see the Garfield store. You have to let me know what the Garfield store is. I will be irreparably disappointed if I don't know what the Garfield store is. But yeah, stay safe out there. Have a good one. Bye.